What is the biggest misconception of you? What's one thing people think about you, but it's not true?
Some people think that I'm very mean or cocky, but I'm pretty down to earth, pretty humble. I feel like since we're all human, we're on the same level. I'm not better than anybody, not even a homeless person. So I respect everybody the same.
Where do you think that misconception comes from?
My misconception about me comes from probably the followers I have, pretty much who I work with, the celebrities I work with, and I'm always busy with big projects, and so,
Craziest rumor you heard about yourself?
Craziest rumor I heard about myself is some sexual stuff. Some sexual stuff, yeah. People accusing me of sexual stuff. Like somebody told me that I was a registered sex offender, but I don't even have a record. Like my record is clean. I'm around kids all the time, yeah, I don't even have I don't have any criminal record. Maybe on my license I do, but. So.
You mean license like a speeding ticket or something?
Speeding, suspended, maybe suspended, but that's the most criminal thing,
Where would a rumor like this, how does a rumor like that start, or where do you think that comes from?
Well, part of it is because I work with females all the time and I paint naked bodies. Another thing is, a girl accused me of something a long time ago, but it was false, and everything was dropped, and sometimes stuff like that, when something like that happens, the record of it is online and it doesn't say if it's guilty or innocent, and it just stays up like on a criminal record, and that has leaked before. So, I mean, that's the only reason why, I could think of, but other than that,
You were actually charged for something?
Yes, I was charged for something.
Care to share what it was?
It's some dealing with sex, you know what I mean?
I see.
Yeah, so I was charged with something. The judge, when they did when I went to the hearing or whatever you call it, she heard the report. The detective read the report and she knew it was obviously bull crap. So the judge that I got, she never gives bonds. That was her reputation, and she gave me a bond because she pretty much knew that it was false. She could tell, and then they dropped my charges after that. It was after they knew, there was no evidence or anything. So
this was a person you actually did business with. I
didn't do any business with. It wasn't even business. It was somebody that I just somebody I didn't even know like that. Just spent time with them one time, and I don't know why they did. I don't even know why they even would say anything like that. But
so this was not somebody you body painted or anything?
No. This person wanted to get body painted, but they said they reached out to me before, but we were hanging on a personal level. Just
I see.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to questions, right, that people may ask of you, is there a certain question you just cannot stand people ask of you? Is there like one question that really bugs you that people ask?
I have a few, but one thing that people always ask me that I hate is, what type of paint do you use? Like, it's like a photographer or another body painter or any other type of artist that's trying to do my job. They just off rip say, what kind of paint do you use? Without saying greeting or anything. I hate, it's like asking a cook what your ingredients are, so.
Can't stand that.
No.
Is that something that's secretive, though? If somebody were to, be a little bit more better with the greeting, and is that something you would share, or that's not something, that's like the secret to how you do what you do?
No, I mean, I don't just body paint. Like, I've limited myself for body paint for years. Obviously with body paint, you have to use a certain type of paint. And with that, it's just, it's obvious if you look it up, you can find out what paint it is. It's not really a secret like that. I have certain methods I use that, techniques, but as far as the paint, no, I don't, it's nothing special, but it's the approach. Like if somebody greeted me, say, good afternoon, I'm a fan of your work or such and such. I like what you do. Do you mind sharing what type of paint you use? And people rarely come at me like that. You know, it's just more like, what type of paint you use, and it gets annoying. You know, as far as the, you know, before body paint, I was doing clothes. As far as that, the type of paint I use on clothes and canvas, that's sometimes I don't like to share because they'll learn the techniques with that, and you know how I got this color or, you know, effect.
And that could be your future competition.
Yeah.
The clothes you have on, the hat, the hoodie, this is something you did yourself?
Yes, all hand done, everything.
This is something people can buy, or this is just something personally for yourself?
People can buy it, yes, definitely people can buy it. I haven't really opened up with it too much yet. I'm teasing people with it now. I actually have this custom stuff for sale in a store in Cumberland Mall called the Superior Shop. So they can go there and purchase, you know, custom hoodie, custom sweatshirt, hat, anything. I even have artwork like canvases in there for sale. So.
And Cumberland Mall's in Atlanta?
Yeah, it's in Cobb County.
Cobb County.
Yeah.
Now, do you care what people think of you?
Sometimes I do. I mean, you know, I care so much about people, so I guess that comes with it, you know, caring about, you know.
Now, one can care about so much about a person's opinion of them that it could lead to health issues sometimes.
Absolutely.
It can lead to a certain level of stress. It can lead to anxiety. It can lead to depression. Worst case, suicidal thoughts. Have you ever faced any of these obstacles when you cared about what somebody's opinion of you was?
Oh, absolutely. Definitely, you know, like I said, since I care about people so much, care too much, yes, I've been, not suicidal, but I've been in depression, you know, just stressed out. I have a lot of anxiety right now, you know, just because I have so much on my plate doing everything myself. And then part of my job is to, you know, as an artist, is to like satisfy people's eyes, you know, when they see my work. I like, you know, people enjoying my work and stuff like that. So, you know, just like the other day, I did a project for Michael Blackson. I did his crib in LA, and he posted a video of me painting, and then one of Kevin Hart's boys, that was part of the Plastic Cup Boys, commented and said, your crib just depreciated $200,000. And I caught feelings off of that. You know, I felt some type of way because I was like, you know, I'm real passionate about my work, you know, and you know, we were going back and forth. But he's a comedian, so it's like, but I still caught feelings a little bit. So I kind of did some low blows with the jokes, you know.
Oh, wow. So you actually clapped back.
Yeah, I clapped back. I definitely clapped back.
Now, when it comes to anxiety and you dealing with it, or even the depression stuff, how'd you cope with it? Or how do you cope when that sort of thing happens to you?
Well, basically, my number one thing is meditate and prayer. You know, I'm a lover of God. I love God. I believe that everything should be done because of God. I mean, first, you know, first and foremost, in life, you know, our life is to basically love everybody and, you know, satisfy God. So I believe in my heart that if you're living right for God and you pray and you meditate and everything, you know, you'll have actual real joy. You ain't gonna have like just temporary happiness. So, you know, staying in prayer and having a good relationship with God, that makes me at peace.
Ever sought the need for counseling or therapy or even medication for it?
Yeah, so actually anxiety medicine, I've, you know, looked into that, but no, not therapy, no.
Feel like you need it, hindsight 2020, or you needed it back then?
No, I don't think that would help me. I just think it's, I mean, well, as for pills, I mean, you know, anxiety pills, that stuff actually works. Cause I mean, I got some from when I got my teeth done, like the first procedure. He gave me something, and it made me calm, really calm. So.
Now, what are your keys to success? What are some things that make you successful up to this point?
Okay, so being an artist, there's a saying, you know, starving artist, you know, with painters and stuff. I told myself that I would never fall in that category, and I basically doing art all my life, you know, from clothes to body paint. I really wanted to separate myself from every other artist. I didn't want to be like a pawn, and you know, I wanted to be a king. So when it came to anything, I didn't, like, you know, when people do art shows and stuff like that, art shows and, you know, display their work with every other, I didn't want to do anything like that. I always did everything solo on my own, and just because I wanted to separate myself from everybody else. And you know, I targeted celebrities. You know, that's the market I wanted to get into. Working with celebrities and stuff like that what enabled me to be able to get out there faster, my name out there, and you know, and like I said, you see a lot of artists. There's millions of artists out there. A lot of artists, they come together and do art shows. With that, you know, you're sharing your art with everybody else in the room. So you have 50 artists, you have 100 people come through. They're looking at all your artwork at the same time. And a lot of people's attention spans are short. They're not going to remember anything. Versus me paint one girl with 1 million followers. That one you know, shoot with a girl with 1 million followers is way more effective than you spending like a month and putting your work into this show, which you're sharing with all these other artists, you know, so.
I see. And I have one more question too, on that bond that you did. I always wondered this, if somebody bonds out, because you did post a bond.
Yes.
If somebody bonds out and a case gets dismissed, like you said, do you actually get your money back from that?
No, absolutely. No, I was actually going to sue. I was actually going to sue the police department, and you know, because they were going in my neighborhood saying that, like telling people what my charge was, and you know, it just defamation of character, and the girl too. But I just left it alone. You know, I didn't get the bond back. But I mean, you know, it's all good. You know, it's in the past. Money comes, money goes. You know.